Hello, ladies and gentlemen, folks, and welcome. It is Modular Megane channel once again. We're your host, Megane.
Megane-sama.
And once again, we are drinking responsibly. But, getting to the point of this video is going to be talking about a show I did actually finish in the fall. Yeah. And that show specifically is going to be called Blue Period. Now, what is Blue Period, you're wondering? Blue Period is the art show about art, or animation about art. It's basically about this second year high school student, high school. The main character's name is
Yaguchi!
and he's just delinquent, chilling, having a good time, living through life, but he's not really sure what to do. But he knows how to. But he knows. But he knows he can do better than Picasso. That's what the first episode tells us. Funnily, I wonder. I've noticed that's like a slight. I wonder if that's a slight trend or pattern. Does everybody think Picasso's art is like the worst of the best? Let me know in the comments below. But moving along, yeah. So he realizes he's a closet artist. And then episode 1 basically is him realizing, wait a minute, I don't have to be a closet artist anymore. Indeed. And it's just basically realizing what he can get and learn out of art school. Yeah. Let me get back closer to the mic so y'all can actually hear me. But yeah, and that's pretty much the gist of this episode. It's it's your shonen show, but it's about art, and it has a little bit more drama in it in relation to psychology, I suppose. I'm trying to figure out. I'll say what I liked about this show first. What I did like about this show is how it illustrated the inner struggle or conflict with, I would say, knowing who you truly are and understanding who you truly are, so that you can create, these great works of art. And that's what they say in the beginning of the episode, is that all these the greatest artists understood who they truly were, and that's how they were able to create such great pieces of work. However, we don't see much of that work getting created in this show, unfortunately. I'll keep it short. Honestly, it's one of those things where it's like, it was great. And then there was just one thing, as I was rewatching these episodes, there was just one thing that was just kept going on that reminded me. I'm like, wait, we're not really actually seeing the art being created. And I'm like, all right. It was like I had high opinions of the show after I initially watched it. But after I digested it and I had to rewatch it just to make sure I wasn't going through and, losing my mind, I was like, wait, did we not really see too much of this art get made? And no, we really kind of didn't. We saw it step by step or chapter by chapter, like as if they made checkpoints. So it leaves this situation where the show is really in a tough spot, where it's like it talks about art very passionately. And, mostly we see this through the eyes of the main character. And admittedly, he may have somewhat relatable, he's the main character, so his concerns in life are pretty relatable, to a broad audience. So there is that, we walk in understanding that. But it's another thing when we don't see that art being made, so it's like kind of questionable as well too. But yeah, we're gonna move on to what I didn't like. So what I didn't like about this show is that we didn't see any of the art really being made. We only saw it chapter by chapter, roughly. And after that, we also didn't really see the struggles. I mean, we did see the struggles from the other artists. Let's just say like Ryuji, with his sexual orientations and whatnot. He had his struggle. There was his part in the show, and Yaguchi had to help him. Hopefully he helped him in that situation. But we didn't get to really see why Hashida or Kuwana really failed the art exam. Yeah, this is gonna have spoilers. I forgot to mention that. But it was just one of those situations where, you know, we didn't really get to see the other perspectives of artists in that way, and that could have been better. That may have made the show a little bit more interesting. You know, it could have been a nice counteraction to not seeing the art being made. You know, it was like kind of like a situation where it's like, okay, my friend over here, Bob Ross, only got 30 minutes and he does the best he can in those 30 minutes, but yet this show had 4 hours and it couldn't even show us like one painting being processed. But you know, it's, I guess the journey of the message was different. The message was understanding who you truly were in this scenario. So I'll say this anime has somewhat of a love-hate relationship. I'll say you can, not really love-hate, but it's like, it's a good art show in terms of illustrating the struggle psychologically and personally, but it falls short into mediocrity because it doesn't actually like kind of like show it being made. It's like, imagine you don't get to actually see the game that they play, like in a basketball game, you know. It's like one of those shonen shows. So it can leave you in on a mixed boat. But what I will say is that should you be capable of overlooking the lack of the art process in the show, you can be inspired to want to do more, or aspire to do better in all your creative works. Like, just like right now, like I had to really digest and figure out what was going on with this show. So I had to wait and simmer and think about it and really think, because I was about to say this may have been the anime of the year, but when I think about it, I was like, wait, to fill those shoes, it would have had to have filled a lot, which is the things I just said before. So I'll say this show is pretty pretty decent. You get to see some nice works, but I'll say that it has pluses and minuses. You get to see some nice works, but you won't get to see how they're really made, like step by step, like you will from, like, just to say, watching a Bob Ross video. And I think that'll do it. Blue Period was a nice show. It had a nice it made me a little bit more hopeful in the step in the right direction for some of these shows, but it still had some lessons to be learned. And with that, I'll bid y'all adieu. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I think what else? I mean, the side characters were also nice. The teachers, let me just make sure I cover my bases. The teachers were pretty nice. Saiki-san, and Oba-san or Sensei, Oba-sensei. They were pretty energetic and lively. I like that. That was really nice. But then pretty much it does it. Honestly, I wanted to do like a full length review, but then when I remembered how little we didn't see the art, it had me in a genjutsu real quick, ladies and gentlemen, folks. It had me in a genjutsu real fast of what I was seeing, and I was like, okay, yeah, let me just level myself before I take it out of control and dang it. But it's a nice show. If you want to be inspired in some way a little bit, then it can work. But if you want to see the art process being made, this isn't the show, unfortunately. And it really missed the mark on being that show, right? I guess the real gripe about it is that it had the chance and then it missed it. But maybe we'll see how it goes. Thank you guys for watching. I think the show was it was nice. Yeah, you'll have a decent time in it. You'll have some fun watching some pretty nice paintings. And with that, I'll let you guys go. I hope you enjoy the video. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe should you feel inclined to do so. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.